for a pair of flats. They're so plain, sort of, but anyway, I have to get shoes that I can walk in now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's getting so hard to wear.
Yeah, but I like flats, but I don't feel dressy in flats, so.
I don't feel dressy either in the flats.
Yeah.
So I got some, my church shoes are got a little heel in it, you know, about an inch or inch and a half.
Yeah.
But then, like, to walk around, if I have to go shopping or something, I got when I got the flats, because,
Yeah.
man, last time I went to the mall, I wore a little, like a wedge heel.
Uh-huh.
It is like an inch and a half. Oh, I thought my feet were like, I would have went barefooted if I didn't, you know, think everybody think I was stupid, but my feet were killing me.
Yeah, I know. We've tore up our legs and our feet all them years wearing those high heels for hours on end, and I still got horrible varicose veins, and I know it's from that.
Oh, I know, I do too. Mine are so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Do yours still ache though? Sometimes?
Not too much. Maybe if it's that time of month or something. But I do have I have a couple of clots on the back of my leg looking, and I'm just hoping they're not blood clots. But if they are, I mean, I just kind of monitor that, and I get plenty of exercise. I walk at least probably 2 or 3 hours a day, not all at once, but I make sure that I do walk and stuff. So I think I'll be all right.
Yeah.
And I drink lots of water.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. If you have a blood clot, it gets real hot. The area gets real hot, feverish.
Oh, okay.
So you can feel it with your hand, and you can tell if it's real hot.
Alrighty.
I've had a blood clot before, but I didn't go to the doctor. I just prayed, you know.
I know Dr. Jesus. He gets a lot of use out of me too. I know.
Yeah.
I was trying to think. You were talking about Dad and was listening to the Gaithers, and I was just thinking somebody has got a new CD out. Trying to think who that is on the that's always on the Gaithers. It may be maybe Dave Phelps. You know, because he broke away. He's not with the group anymore.
I know.
I think he made a new project just himself.
Oh yeah, he's always doing that. And then Wes Hampton, he's making projects, but he's still with the Gaithers vocal band. He went and he goes now for concerts. So they advertised that today for free tickets to him. Yeah. Have you heard him sing?
Yeah, he's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is good.
Michael English comes here a lot because a lot of people in this area really like him. But Mark wouldn't let me go the last 2 times he came.
Oh.
Mark's like, don't go listen to that druggie. I guess.
Druggie?
Yeah, I guess that. Mark seen some when he was doing some kind of live video. Him and his brother was at some motel room or something, and I guess he just really looked like he was strung out on drugs. Really.
But ain't that been years and years ago?
No, this was like when he came here like 2 or 3 years ago. We went to his concert. It was like between that and the next time that they had him come here. And so Mark won't let me go listen to him. I'm like, he's like my favorite singer. He's like, well, you don't need to go support him. You don't need to go support him because of that. But I'm like, it might have just been one time. He may have messed up just one time, but I don't know. But he did.
I know he got in trouble years ago with, I think he went with another woman.
Yeah.
And then he apologized. Got even on the tape.
Yeah.
I apologize. You know, you've probably seen that video.
Yeah, we've got that video when he sang "Bowed on My Knees and Cried Holy."
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah, we got that. But but I think it's true when you mess up and you do repent at something. But it's like sometimes they just milk that as they use it. You know, they get paid.
Yeah.
They go around. They just use it over and over again as it's like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have you heard about Mark Lowry? What they were saying about him? That he was gay and all that?
Oh, yeah. I've heard that, but I've never heard that confirmed or nothing.
I don't think that was true because Gaither would not have used him like he did.
Yeah, I don't think
if that was all that stuff was true.
Yeah, I don't know that he was really, because I never heard it confirmed. And usually, if they are, they usually end up coming out.
Sure.
He has never come out, but he never got married. But there's a lot of people that get married. Brother Lee Stonekey never got married. I mean, he's never married.
That's true.
So.
That's true.
Yeah.
So how was that concert? That Stone King. Did you go in?
No, we didn't get to go, but it was great. I've seen a lot of stuff that's posted on Facebook and stuff about it. But no, I said, Mark, don't you want to go to that or something? Mark was really sick that day, so we didn't go. But we was going to go Sunday because so that was the last day. So yeah, so there's like could have rode back the clock or would have went one of them other nights, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Where does he live?
I think his home is New York, but he travels so much. He travels all over the world and stuff.
Oh, I know.
But I listen to him all the time on YouTube. They have I don't know who posts him, but a lot of different churches and stuff post his sermons, and I listen to him a lot. But a lot of times they're like a couple years old, but it's like really strange because it's like it might be 2 or 3 or 10 years old, and it's like what you need to hear right for that minute. It's God's word never change. I mean, it's just like God knows the right time to. Do you know Janice Strostan? Yeah.
Lives here in Ohio.
Yeah. They've been in Ohio for 13 years. But Mark went to their Mark toured with ABI and went played his trumpet at their church in where was Arkansas? Yeah, they used to be in Arkansas for like all the rest of the time of their marriage. They had probably just been married like 3 or 4 years when Mark went to their church. And so I just listened to her. She was at Brother Cornwell's church here probably within a month or two ago, and so it's Brother Cornwell's 40th year being pastor there in Wichita, Kansas, and it's her and her husband's 40th year being married.
Really?
So that's pretty cool, yeah, that they both, the 40 year. But she gave her testimony was about, she says, God sent me back here. She goes, I was here 20 years ago and I preached, in this church. She goes, and I know most of you here don't know me, don't remember me, or you was really small when I come here before. And, of course, a lot of new faces and stuff. She says, so this may not mean a lot to anybody, but she says, I'm not really here preaching to y'all. I'm here, I'm building a memorial. And she goes, but if you listen to me, I think you'll get something out of it. And she was talking about when she was there, a lot of things have happened. She said, and for the last 13 years, they've been in Ohio and pastoring in Ohio. But that one of her daughters had that disease that your body eats itself. Like in the colon and stuff, and she was going to the inauguration to sing for President Bush. I don't remember which Bush it was, but a long time ago. But she was heading for that when she found out her daughter had this disease, and she's like, Lord, what do I do and all that stuff. But the doctor and stuff says, well, give her this medicine. She'll be able to go with you, just watch her and all that stuff. But you've been all that. But to make a long story short, here not too long ago, she went back to the doctor, this girl, her daughter. She's like 27 or 28, something like that now. But she went to the doctor and they checked her out, and the doctor says there's like some kind of little fusion or something on her colon that shows that something had been there, but her body had healed itself. That's what doctors said. But we know God had healed her, that she don't no longer have that disease. It's so awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so all those times that Sister, and some of the things that Sister Strostan was bringing out that really stood out in my mind, because I'm not good at I don't retain very much. I go to church and I worship and praise God and stuff, and later it's like, well, what did the preacher say? I don't remember, But some of this stuff really stuck with me, what she had said. She said that that when her daughter was so sick, and she was praying, she says, God, your kids are not supposed to die before the parents and all that kind. She just cried because she really thought her daughter was going to die, because, a lot of people die with that. And she was just really crying and praying and stuff, and how she just, like, God, I'll do anything, and all the promises you make. And see, so here it is 20 years later, and she's talking about this, and she's testifying about how God was faithful through all that. She's like, a lot of things happened in her life, and she was telling about all different troubles and stuff that she'd went through, and how God had brought it all together, and just it just really was a really good sermon. I was glad I listened to it. At first, when she started off, she started really slow, and I almost flipped and like, no, I think I'm supposed to listen to this. And when I got done, I was really glad I did, because it really did speak to my heart. Because I think about a lot of nobody knows what I went through, because I don't tell people stuff about it, but I just know that.
Yeah.
But I have my memorials too. God just let me know.
Yeah.
You got your memorials too. God brought you through this.
sure.
And we all do.
Yeah.
And that's what she was telling the people there. They didn't really know her, but she's like, I hope you all make your memorials with me tonight. You know, you all build your own memorial because everybody's got something to thank God for. It's true.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know she was a preacher.
Yeah, well, some people, she got her ordination. She went through all that preaching stuff. She's got her license. She does have her license, but her husband's the pastor. Her husband,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, she travels around and talks a lot, just like a lot like Sister Mangum does, and yeah, I guess like Sherry does. But you never see Sherry's. Somebody posted just a little clip of her talking on YouTube, and I put it on the family reunion page like about a year ago or something. But not hardly. They had like little bits and pieces of different ladies that were talking. It wasn't just Sherry. And stuff, so I didn't really get. So I've never really sat and listened. I've never heard Sherry speak. I've heard Aunt Hank speak, and I love listening to Aunt Henrietta speak. But I don't think she's called. I don't think either one of them considers himself to be a preacher. I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
But yeah. But Sister Westberg, she just put out a new book that I want to get. She's not a preacher. Well, she talks too. Yeah, actually, she does talk too, but she don't consider herself a preacher either. But she's an author, Sister Barbara Westberg. That's Lori's mom. You know her.
Yeah.
I know of her. Anyway, she put out this new book, and well, actually, she probably just was the one that put it all together. I think she interviewed Brother Gleason, not Stan Gleason, but I think it's his dad. That he did like a whole Bible study about the minor prophets and the relevance to us today. Well, she put out a book about that, and Paul was it says Paul Lori. It could have been Lori, but anyway, they were promoting that on Facebook. And Sister Marilyn Dewey, she was in Hutchinson Church for a long time. She says, I didn't know. She says, I'm so glad you posted it. I didn't know you had that book. She says, but she went to Brother Gleason's church years and years ago, and she heard him. She got to hear live, firsthand, him teach on the minor prophets. So I thought that was really cool. So I thought that's really neat. So I want to get that book for our Edwina Elder Library here. So for our home library. But that's the thing. I get these books. I tell Marcus, I get these books. I can't wait to get them, and I read some. But it's like the days. When do people really find time to read? It's like. I do read some, but I don't just sit down and just read a book like that. But I did when I was a kid.
Too much going. You got too much going.
Yeah, I think too much going. But when I was a kid, though, I read. I read. But now that I'm older, I like to write. So like. But I know you still need to keep on feeding your mind. You got to keep on getting more stuff. But a lot of that stuff out there, Mom, I mean, I think that Minor Prophets book, I'd like to get it for our library. But as far as you really have to study, I think you can find about everything you need right out of the Bible, Yeah,
I know it.
And then there's so many people that talk about, well, what version do you use? I see people's discussions. What's your favorite version of the Bible? And I always say, well, King James Version. A lot of people said, well, they like this and this because it's easier to understand. Don't they know they are just telling on themselves? Yeah. If they say they don't understand the King James Version, they just told on themselves. Because the Bible says to study and show yourself approved before God. And if any man lack wisdom, let him ask of God. God's going to tell you what that means if you just keep on reading it and studying it,
Yeah, Pastor, he reads different versions, but they prefer the King James.
Well,
that is the true, what do you call it?
And then I was talking to Mark about that too. And he says, well, there's people that say that there's stuff added and taken away from the King James Version even. I said, well, Mark, that's probably true because it is put together by men. It's probably not 100% accurate, but I believe we're going to be judged out of the book, and I believe that the book we're going to be judged out is that King James Version because that's what people died to get that book to us. They were martyred. They were martyred to get us those documents. And even on our family tree, there was a Tinsdale, and he was beheaded for translating the Bible into English. You've heard of the Tinsdale Bible?
Yeah.
That's on our. I think on the Chilton family side, way back. But
did you know Dad and I are reading the Bible through this year?
No, that's good.
Our whole church is. our pastors want at least 100 people to read the Bible through, and I'm in first. I just finished second Chronicles.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I just finished second Chronicles. He's probably there too. He's reading at different places, like for some in the noon and some in the but I'm reading it straight through. So I'm in Chronicles.
I'm reading it through too, but I'm more like Dad. I'm reading different places. But what I was following a chart. I had one on they call it U version, and that's just the it's King James version, but the U version is what they call it. It's on the phone. It's on the computer. But I was doing that for a while, but I found this on the back of one of our calendars from Pentecostals of Henderson. It says, "You got it. You got that same calendar, Christ Community Church, or you had it." On the very back page is a chart, and you can mark off which one you read. So I started just doing my own and just marking it off myself. And I don't know if I'll get done with a year of doing it my way. I might get done before a year because I'm not, it's not just breaking down. But I started doing that. But I read through Genesis and Exodus and all of Proverbs, all Ecclesiastes. I got some I've read all the way through, but there's some I'm still working on. I did all
that.
that.
Down into the middle of May, on the head that far.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
For just a day. I know. I just keep reading. I just read what try it.
Yeah, I think if you stay with that chart, then you'll get it done within the year. Whereas if you're just reading it on your own, it may take. I really don't care if I read it in the whole. I hope I do, but I don't really care if I don't. But I just want to make sure I do read it through. I have in the past, but it's not not every year.
I've probably read the Bible through about 5-6 times total, at least.
Yeah, Brother Con, one of Mark's pastors they had in Topeka, I think he's read it through every year for, oh man, I know probably 40 or something years.
Do that, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm.
But
I just wanted to read it through twice this year, he said.
Wow. But there's some days though when I read, I just want to get away from it, not away from the Bible, but I want to eat on that. I want to meditate on that for a little bit. Whereas if you're trying to read just through the Bible through, you just mark off the chart and go on, you don't. So I don't know, but I definitely want to. I've already seen some stuff, even though I've read it before. I've already seen some stuff before that I hadn't thought of before. So I think it's
good. Good.
Well, I didn't mean to talk your ear off, but I wanted to call and let you know I love you and I miss you.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all doing good.
Well, what are you going to do on Easter?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I know we haven't discussed it. We haven't discussed what we're going to do. I know that Fridays, I think it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all of it, Alexandria, they're going to have their drama. It's going to be online, so I want to watch one of those nights. That they have their Easter drama online. But
is it called Messiah?
I don't know. I don't think they called it that this year. I don't. Yeah, they had Messiah before, and I'd seen that before. But I don't. Is Fort Wayne doing theirs?
I was wondering. I hadn't heard.
I don't think so, because I think they would have started posting.
We would have heard by now, because they start really early.
Yeah.
To practice it.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, yeah, and Dave Keller's not there to help out, so that's probably why.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, tell Dad I love him, and go check Tim's mail.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But he's going to be home.
Have a good day.
Yeah, but he's going to be home tonight. Can't he get his own mail?
Oh, I didn't. I thought he wasn't going to be home till noon tomorrow.
Oh, he might. Yeah, they may just head part way and get a motel. You never know, do you? It's probably okay. All right.
No, yesterday Darren called me. He said they went to Texas Roadhouse. They celebrated his birthday and the baby's 8-month birthday and their wedding anniversary.
Oh, well, that's nice.
So they went. They had 3 celebrations yesterday.
That's the way.
I can't believe she's 8 months old, Lisa.
I know.
And I saw her at 2 weeks old. That ain't fair.
I know it. They grow up so fast. I hope you get to. You need to.
Okay.
All right. Love you.
See you later.
Okay. Bye-bye.